Hey, right now it is time for our Chief Credit Union Student of the Week. This week's Student of the Week is a young man, Kasey Jedrzejek. Kasey's a senior out at Keystone High School, but got a lot going on other than being a student. First of all, let me tell you about a Chief Credit Union. Right now, a Chief Credit Union is giving away 4 $1,000 scholarships. You can get more information by going to achievecu.com, and get your information there about the scholarships they are giving away. Right now, though, again, I want to talk to Kasey about Student of the Week. Kasey, one of the biggest things, let me welcome you in first. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You got it, man. So one of the big things that I was reading on, and I apologize, it's achievecu.org. Achievecu.org, not .com. I wanted to confirm that. 4.4 grade point average?
Yeah, roughly right around there.
Man, how do you get to that point?
I just feel like a lot of the college classes will help with that. They help raise that grade point average, and then doing more honor classes and stuff like that help a lot.
Honors get you...
Yeah, so the honors in the college classes, they do it off of, I think it's 5.0 scale then.
Okay.
So it goes up a little bit. So more so like a B is considered an A in like a high school class if you're doing a college class.
Gotcha.
Pretty much.
Now, will you graduate? You'll already graduate with college credits then, right?
Yeah, I'll have, I'm not quite sure how many, but I've done college classes the past 2 years.
And that's all through LCC?
Yep.
Right? All right, man. So tell me about, I just think this is pretty cool. And first, let's go back a little bit. So obviously, I know your family's raced for as long as I've known everybody. I grew up with your mom, your Uncle John over at Elyria. Your grandpa raced, obviously, the whole time that I was a kid. I can remember seeing him. Your Uncle John raced. Your dad raced. Your cousin, you guys race. It's a racing family, right? So 5 years old, do you remember getting behind the wheel the first time?
I don't remember getting behind the wheel first time, but I do remember like early on in my career going to Sandusky Speedway a couple times a year and just going out there with a couple other cars and having fun.
Nice. Like a practice session?
No, they were actual races.
Okay.
There was only, I only remember racing against 2 other cars, and I'm pretty sure they were quite a bit older than me at the time, but that's just where we would go to race at the time, and I definitely wasn't the fastest. I usually finished last every race against the 2 other older kids, but after that, we sort of just took a little bit of break after doing a couple years of that Sandusky Speedway. We stopped racing for probably, I'm going to guess, 2 years, and then we just started getting back into it a little bit. We started going, so at Sandusky, we were racing on the dirt, oval in the middle, and then after our little break, we started doing a lot more asphalt racing. We went to Columbus a lot, went to Buckeye Quarter Midget Club, and just really started going after it again.
And then, I mean, is that obviously, man, I think with something like that, when it's in your family that long, it's kind of in your blood, right? I mean, you've been around it, you start to grow a love for it.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, when you're going there every weekend, it's hard to hate it, you know? You start to really get into it after going and meeting the people there and getting new friends, and you're excited to go to the track every weekend to see them and hang out with them.
And obviously you got supportive parents. Mom and dad are there, sometimes splitting, right? Because your sister was racing for some summers, so it was mom and dad at one track or the other?
Yeah, definitely. We were definitely splitting up a lot over the past couple years. I mean, even last year at one point, Mom actually went with me one time. Usually Dad always went with me, but Mom went with me last year, and then I was able to get Grandpa to go with me to one of the sprint car races, and we had a lot of fun going out there, hanging out.
Very cool, man. So another thing, so you started there. This year you're moving up in we'll call it class, right? Is that a way to say it? Moving up. So what are we expecting this year, man? I know you took home 2 checkered flags last year, right?
Yeah, we got 2 wins last year, one at Attica and one at Fremont, actually back-to-back weeks, so that was pretty cool. But going into this year, I don't know, I'm pretty excited for it. We've put together a really good car, I feel like, over at our house. It's all ready to go. We're ready to go to the first race, March 17th. But we're planning to run, it's called the Fast Series, which travels a lot throughout Ohio, southern Ohio, northern Ohio, pretty much everywhere in Ohio. And then we'll go to PA a couple weekends, and then Indiana as well a little bit. But I feel like we'll be very competitive. You know, it's probably going to take a little bit to get used to a couple races, but after a couple races, I feel like we'll be up front battling. And
then I see you're talking about possibly going to college next year.
Yeah, so next year right now I'm planning to go to Bowling Green State University. I plan to major in marketing, business to start off, and see how I like it.
Yeah, good deal, man. So this year, what are the expectations, man, right? Obviously, the first expectation is finish races all the time, but, right, you want to put a checkered flag on the wall?
Definitely got to finish races. If you don't finish races, you know, you're not learning anything out there. The more laps, the better. So hoping to finish a lot of the races, and then to get a couple wins would be awesome as well. And I'm hoping to finish top 3 in the championship throughout.
For the points, yeah.
Yep. Top 3 in points would be awesome. After seeing the drivers that are going to run the series full time with us, I think we've got a good shot at getting top 3, but we're just going to have to see what happens.
I like you're a humble kid, man. You're a humble young man. That's good stuff, man. But you also have a little bit of confidence there.
Yeah, definitely humble, but you got to have confidence going into it as well. You can't be thinking you're not going to win out there when you're going out there.
I can't imagine any other way. Absolutely. Yeah. I would have to imagine that has to be the mindset. So here's just one of the questions I got. Has there ever just been a time where you went, man, this is a lot. I don't know if this is what I want to keep doing?
I would say probably a little bit. I mean, a lot of the times I think about, like right now, usually every week when I'm going through school, I just think about, what I got to get done every day to get the car ready, get all my schoolwork done and everything like that. And I would say it's a lot. I'm going to school every day and I go to work every day after school for a couple hours. And then I try to get all my homework done before I go to work, get it done at school so then I can come home and then just go in the shop and get some work done. But it's definitely a lot.
So you go to school all day,
yeah,
right, at Keystone High School.
Yep.
Then you go to a job?
Yeah, so I work in Elyria at Graber Machine and Tool, and then they also have Graber Racing components there. So I was actually working there right before I came here today. And I'll pretty much go there, and then I'll either box all the orders up we have for the racing side of the company, or I also do all the social media work for us. So, like, all of our advertisings through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, that's pretty much how we sell all of our product.
Yeah.
So I do all of that as well.
And then come home and work on the car.
Yeah, and then come home, and usually my dad's usually home most of the time, and we'll both go out there together and then get some work done. We get a lot of work done on the weekends, it seems like, because we'll just spend, like, a whole Saturday out there just working at it.
Good stuff, man. I love to hear it. If you're just joining us, Kasey Jedrzejek. Kasey is our Chief Credit Union Student of the Week. He is a senior at Keystone High School. And I got to just tell you some of the accomplishments. First things first, he's a senior at Keystone High School. He's got a 4.4 GPA. Plans on going to Bowling Green State University next year for marketing. He likes math. Is that your favorite?
Yeah, I would say math is probably my favorite right now. I don't know. I guess it comes to me the easiest class, I guess you could say. I have to do the least amount of work in it.
Yeah.
So
well, I think it's got to come in handy with the car, right? When you're dialing it in.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of math, a lot of different measurements you have to take and everything like that when it comes to squaring the car and getting it ready for go to the races.
So let me ask you, is the ultimate goal I know you want to get, I read about the World of Outlaws. I mean, is that, if you can get there, is that the goal, or is this something that you just want to do as long as you can, as long as you keep enjoying it, having fun with it?
Yeah, if I could get to the World of Outlaws, I mean, that would be a dream. That'd be awesome. Just to be going out there, living on the road, racing every weekend. I mean, this year they're doing 87 races. They start in February and they go through November. So, I mean, to do that would just be awesome. I would love to do that.
So, I know anyways, but racing is an expensive sport to be in. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, all your social media, and if they want to be a partner or their name on the car, sponsor you in some way, give all that information to see if anybody can help you out.
Yeah, so we have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all under Kasey Jedrzejek Racing. And then, so you can go on there to see all of our updates, how we're doing every weekend like that. My mom usually videos all the races on Facebook Live.
Yep.
So you can hear her screaming.
Don't mind the lady screaming.
Yeah, she definitely screams a lot on there, but you might have to mute the video to watch. But, yeah, to help us out, you can just go on either our Instagram page or our Facebook page. You can directly message us on there if you have any questions or anything like that. And then this year, actually, also, we did a Amazon wish list is what it's called.
Okay.
So we've got a link on one of our recent posts on Facebook to an Amazon, and it's pretty much just a list of like little knick-knack things that the race team can use throughout the season. And, it helps the race team out a lot with us, just all the little things that help us get through the season. It takes a lot. And it's definitely a lot just to get through the year with all the supplies and everything that we need. Yeah,
because it's not just you. Like you said, it's you and Dad. It's not just you and Dad. You guys got other people going with you too, right?
Yeah. So Jamie and Renee Adams, they're the one that own the team and own the car and everything.
Okay.
So they'll be going to all the races with us. Him and his son Brock will probably be doing a lot of work at the track. His son Brock really likes working on the cars. He wants to be a crew chief one day.
Okay.
To do that. So they'll be into it a lot, working at the track, and then I'll bring usually one or two guys with me. My friend Sawyer Stout, he'll come to the track a lot with me and help out. And then my cousin JJ, he'll come as well.
Very cool, man. So, again, if you're just joining us, Kasey Jedrzejek, man, he's our Chief Credit Union Student of the Week. And I chose Kasey because I had seen a lot of Facebook, social media. Yeah. All right, so it works, man. Like, I had seen a lot of stuff on there. I thought it was just a cool story of the racing history that goes in your family, from your dad, Tim, to Grandpa, to Uncle John, to your cousin JJ, to Riley, and Mom's been around the track I mean, we were in elementary school, right? When going to see your grandpa race. So very cool, man. Hey, good things coming for you. I wish you all the best, man. Is there anybody else you want to say thank you to or anything you want to get out?
I would just like to thank all my sponsors for helping me get through every season. They do a lot of support and help me a lot throughout every year. I definitely wouldn't be able to do it without them. I'd like to thank the Adams family for letting me drive their 410 sprint car this year, giving me the opportunity to take that next step. And I'd just like to thank my whole family for everything they do for me and all the sacrifices they have made for me to get to this point.
You got it, Kasey. You're a cool young man, man. I'm glad I got a chance to meet you. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
You got it. Kasey Jedrzejek, our Achieve Credit Union Student of the Week, senior at Keystone High School. Check him out on social media and watch him take some checkered flags. He wanted to say, once I saw all the drivers, I realized I could win a couple. I'll say it for you, man. Go get a couple checkered flags, all right?
Thank you.